Hey, it's mailbag time. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We got a mailbag. We got some good questions this time around.
Yeah, we're going to reach deep into our sacks of mail and answer these questions that have been burning in your guys' hearts and minds for the last couple of days. So we'll hit that before we do. Remember, this video is brought to you by Boom Lift Bridge Brewery. Check it out. You can find beer. Either go to the damn brewery in Stillwater, beautiful town, beautiful setup there, or look for their beer in your local liquor store because you'll find it. You'll find some great options there.
Yeah,
All right.
I've been there. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful little brewery there. And what offerings they have for you?
They do plenty of offerings. Check it out.
And spoiler alert, we're going to do a little taste testing on one of these episodes where you have a handful of your beers. We're going to rate the hell out of those things.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Right. So it's mailbag time. Before we get into that, best mailman character ever.
I don't know. Cliff Clavin comes to mind immediately.
There's only one answer.
He's doing the Nick Muse pose. I can't believe it.
He is doing the Nick Muse. It's Cliff Clavin, and it's by a landslide. So I had to get that out of the way. But let's do this.
Hope he's the image on the thumbnail you made.
He's not. I can't do that yet. All right, here we go. Between the offensive line and defensive secondary, which one do you think will have the most improvement over last season?
Yeah, this one to me is going to be easy. It's going to be the defensive secondary because they were god awful, especially that cornerback group. How many times do you give up double-digit leads in games? They let it go down to the last play. They could not cover anyone. So many blown coverages. Yes, the O-line wasn't great either, but to me, that was the biggest weakness on this team was the secondary. It was horrible. And I think with who they brought in, they got some more veterans here. A couple other guys, getting more experience. I think it's been much improved. So I'm going to go to the secondary.
Yeah, secondary, easy. I mean, Lewis Seen, we got Andrew Booth, we got Sullivan Harrison, and Danzler's going to hopefully be back. Cam Bynum's going to be better. And this offensive line wasn't even that bad. We're just so used to saying it sucks. I mean, it was better. So it would be very tough to not be the secondary. So completely agree. Let's see. It's funny. I just got a text asking. Someone was just watching one of our episodes and asked how much we love that new Farm Girl beer. Loved it.
It's delicious. I do love it. It's one of my favorites.
All right. With the offensive weapons the Vikings have, do you think Kirk Cousins can actually throw for over 5,000 yards this year? Or is he just a dud?
We'll let you. I'm going to answer the dud part. He's not a dud, but you can answer the rest of it.
Yeah, no, he's not a dud. Come on. Why couldn't he? He threw for 4,900 yards in 2016. And one of the biggest reasons why Kirk Cousins is going to put up an ass load of yards is Dalvin Cook. They're going to be throwing that ball to Dalvin Cook. They made it very clear the running backs will be completely in this passing game. And we know what happens when Dalvin Cook gets the ball in his hand, especially out of a pass. He gets yards, and he is going to pad those passing yards. And we all know what else he's got and an extra game.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% what you said. I'm going to add a little bit to it. I also just think the offensive philosophy is different. I mean, it's going to be a lot more throwing the football, more 5 receiver sets, 4 receiver sets. Balls in the air, a lot more than it's ever been as a Minnesota Viking fan. You said a lot of those going down.
Me on a trampoline.
Balls in the air. And yeah, they're going to be throwing the ball more. So yes, he will surpass 5,000 yards, and he'll do it by week 9.
Okay, that's not great. And if you're watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Let's get those numbers up. Season's almost here.
Yeah.
All right. This one I believe was from SSM. This is kind of his style. If you could steal a player from each divisional rival, who would they be?
Wow. Each divisional rival.
Bears. Let's go. Bears, who are you taking?
I don't want anybody on the Bears. No, I would probably go with like Darnell Mooney, electric wide receiver. Why not throw him in the mix? Could you imagine? I'd go with Darnell Mooney.
I'm going Kyler Gordon. Keep adding more young pieces to this secondary. I don't want many Bears, but Kyler Gordon, I love Kyler Gordon, so I'm taking him.
All right, let's go to Lions. You start.
I'm keeping the rookie theme. It's Aiden Hutchinson. It's not even close. Yeah. I mean, I think we're both.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. To me, he was the best player in the draft last year. I cannot believe the Jaguars passed on him. Add him to this mix. It would be you'd be set for the next 10 years.
Packers. Final.
It's God, it's easy to say Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going to go Jared Alexander. Get that lockdown corner back there. Improve the secondary even more with a guy can at least he can shut down a team's number one option.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers and I'm benching him.
Nice.
I'm going to take him. I'm going to bench him till he retires. It's a win-win. Packers would be absolutely horrible. Aaron Rodgers gets to not only have to wear purple, but sit on the bench. And my parts would be very excited.
Still got to pay him all that cheddar, though.
I don't care. Worth it.
Wow.
Worth it. Salary cap issues were not in this question, so I'm taking that out.
All right. Fair enough. I like it.
Matamidai wants to know when's this fantasy draft starting? Nobody's seen anything on this fantasy draft. They're starting to think it's made up.
No,
for Patreons.
It's gonna happen. I don't know. End of the month. What's the rush?
We'll get some info out pretty soon. We also have to figure out the format with 25 teams. I think we're all going to get 2 players. So we will see.
Maybe 5-6 players team. Short bench.
It's going to almost have to be quarterbackless. Somebody gets hurt, you just don't have a quarterback to play.
I'm quarterbackless right now.
Last question. Who is the most valuable non-starter on the roster? Most valuable non-starter according to the depth chart now. Things could change.
Wow, I'm gonna do a little bit of thinking. If you have an answer, you go right ahead. I have someone at the top of my head, but if you got one, let's hear what you got to think on that.
I got 3. I can't pick. All right, you got one yet or not?
Well, I was just thinking. To me, I don't think he's starting, but Cam Bynum came to mind right away. A guy I think could definitely make some big plays for this defense. I don't think he's going to be starting at safety. I think that's going to be Lewis Seen's job. I'm curious how much they're going to put him in the slot. Nickel, they're going to work him in there because he did play that in college. So non-starter, guy who could have an impact. And again, I'm curious to see what his workload is going to be, but I'm going Cam Bynum, first name that came to my head.
Cam Bynum was pretty close to the top of my list, but I'm actually going Kenny Nwangu. It's all about the field position, baby. Field position. Get that thing out to the 30, get it out to the 40 every time. And nice little nugget out of the backfield every once in a while. So, yeah, I'm going Kenny. And really, Chris Reed was on my list.
Yeah, I was looking there too, a backup O-lineman who could definitely come in and start you some games. And I think you can, kickers aren't considered starters. So Greg Joseph could be someone you could throw in this mix as well.
That's Gregory to you after last season. What a season. Very underrated.
I wonder what his middle name is.
Gregory, probably just something real normal. Gregory Wayne Jefferson. Joseph.
That sounds like a serial killer.
Serial killer. Yes, it does. All right. That is our bag. Our bag is empty. This is the best mailman of all time. Let us know in the comments below who your favorite mailman character is. Also, Clerks 3 trailer came out today. Looks good.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm waiting so I can watch it nice and big here. I'm watching next.
Every Clerks movie, they seem to age 40 to 50 years. They're looking pretty old, just like us.
I'm very excited for it. And while we're getting ready to watch that trailer, remember this. The second man to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel survived the fall, but later died as a result of slipping on a piece of orange peel.